Well, good morning. This is going to be a fantastic morning because what I've got here is pirate grog French toast with hot rum sauce. Now, pirates don't use milk when they make their French toast. They use rum. Dark Myers rum. There's rum in here. There's rum in the sauce. So I'm going to pour some of this hot sauce over top. Oh, this is the way to start a day. Maybe not a work day. There's a lot of rum in here. Let's have a piece here. Oh, look at that. And there's a little trick I use too to give it a nice little kind of a golden caramelized crustiness on either side of the French toast too. That's the way to start your day. Let's go in the kitchen and make some of this right now. Here are all the ingredients we need for making our French toast and our rum sauce. So first of all, with the French toast, what we've got is 2 tablespoons of butter. We've got a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. We have 2 tablespoons of a brown sugar. In my case, it's the raw, unrefined cane sugar, any kind of brown sugar, and 2 tablespoons and another 2 tablespoons. This 2 tablespoons will be used later when we go to cook the French toast. This is used in the marinade, the custard. Over here, a 1/4 cup of dark rum. This is my favorite Myers rum, good dark, robust flavor. And then 2 eggs. Now, for the hot rum sauce that's going to go over top of the French toast, we have another 1/4 cup of butter. We have a 1/4 cup of sugar, again, the cane sugar, some kind of brown sugar. A 1/4 cup of condensed milk. It's usually sweetened condensed milk, which I think all condensed milk is. And a 1/4 cup of rum, again, the dark rum. So basically 1/4 cup of everything for that. Over here, we have the bread itself. Now, what I've got here, it's going to be about 4 to 5 slices. This is a bit smaller. It's not really a baguette size, but it's a French loaf. And so about 5 pieces is good. If you've got a little bit bigger pieces, then about 4 is good. Now, what you do want is you want something that's crispy. You know, you don't want soft sandwich bread or anything like that. That'll just fall apart. You want something with a little bit of body to it. So this kind of bread is fantastic. I think any of the French breads are really good. Right, let's get started. First thing we're going to do is mix up the I call it a marinade. Actually, it's usually called a custard that we are going to put the bread into. So let's get this bowl on here. Let's crack the eggs into that right away. 1. Love these eggs. Beautiful dark yolks to them. These are free-range eggs. And I'm going to take a whisk and just whisk up those eggs quickly. Then we're going to mix in, we're going to add the rum. We're going to add the 2 tablespoons of sugar and the salt. Right, give that a whisk. Beautiful. Oh, and smell that rum. Now, what I want to do here, let's just put that bread off to one side for a second. I want something flat to put this in so the bread can be sitting in. Usually something like this, like a cake pan is good. It's probably going to be just a little bit big for that bread, but that's all I've got on hand right now, so I put that in like that. Okay. And then just place the bread in here. Now I'm going to let the bread soak for 10 minutes. Now some people don't like that. They say it gets the bread soggy. I like lots of flavor inside my bread. I like the juiciness. I like it a little soggy. It's going to crisp up a bit when you fry it. So I've got it in here. It's going to sit in here for 10 minutes. What I'm going to do is just occasionally flip it. Every couple minutes, flip back and forth, so that it just evenly soaks up all that deliciousness. All right, so while that's happening, put this offside. This we're going to use later when we actually fry up the French toast. Let's make the sauce. So what we've got here, again, we're going to take the, first of all, the butter. Let's get the butter into our little pot here. I guess we'll put you over on this side. And we're going to bring that up to kind of a medium-low. We don't want too high a heat. And the first thing I want to do is I want to melt that butter. All right, that butter is just about melted. So while we're waiting that just to finish, we give these guys their first flip. They're like little sponges starting to soak up all this deliciousness. But it takes a while to get up inside the bread. And that's what you want. You want it right up inside the bread. So that's why a good 10 minutes soaking. All right, so that butter has melted. I'm going to add, oh, wrong sugar. Don't do that. Rather the sugar for the sauce, that goes in there. So 1/4 cup of sugar. And now what I want to do is just stir it. I want to dissolve that sugar. All right, that's only been about a minute or so. And you see it's all coming together. The sugar has dissolved, getting it creamy, starting to bubble. I turn the heat down just a little bit more. And now what I want to do is I want to add in that condensed milk. Do love my condensed milk. Stir that in. Now it's starting to get a little creamy looking. Fantastic. Then in goes the rum. And now, just going to bring that up to heat. While that's coming up to heat, let's flip those pieces of toast again. Bounce around in there. Come on, soak that stuff up. Next, we're going to spoon some over. All right, that's starting to soak up nicely. Back to our sauce. Ooh, that's looking nice. Okay, that's all come together. Look at that. So we're going to turn that heat off now. We can always reheat it again later. Right now, just going to put it aside. Let's have a little taste of this. Be careful, it's very hot, so let it cool a little bit. And then, oh yeah. That's going to be great. All right, let's put that over here. Get this over here ready. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take this. I'm going to spoon some of the sauce, or marinade, egg, whatever, over top of the pieces of bread. I can just drizzle down inside there. All right, we're not quite at 10 minutes yet. We've got a little more soaking there to go. So let's let that soak for a little bit, then come back and make breakfast. All right, so that's been soaking for just about 10 minutes. So I'm gonna get the pan going. What we wanna do is toss in that butter. We're gonna put the pan on. We wanna go for a medium-high heat or a little bit of browning on our toast. So medium-high. Get that flame up there a bit. Ooh, that's about right. So I'm going to melt that butter. Get everything we need over here. We want those tongs, spatula for flipping. All right, the butter's just about melted now. Before I put these in, what I'm going to do is sprinkle a little bit of brown sugar on this side. This just gives it a wonderful crispiness, caramelizing on there as it cooks. Yeah, I was using about half the sugar. All right, our butter is ready. Now, we're going to remember is to make sure we flip these over so that sugar side is down. So get in there, and in you go. In you go. All right. Oh, this is going to be wonderful breakfast. Okay. Now, gonna let that cook for about 1 minute to 2 minutes, just to brown nicely. And then we'll be back and flip these over. All right, that's been about 1.5 minutes. We're gonna flip these over. Before we do, let's sprinkle a little bit of that brown sugar on this side too. There. All right, now I'll flip them over. Woohoo! We got a little hot this time. But that is looking good. Turn the heat down just a little bit. Oh, these are going to be absolutely delicious. All right, if you don't like yours as dark as I do, just keep the heat down just a little bit. This is really hot. All right, I'll let that cook for about another minute and a half. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn the heat back on my sauce here, just to make sure it's getting hot. Be back in a minute and a half. Right, that's been another minute and a half. These are ready. This is cooked to heat. I'm going to turn that off. Nice and bubbling in there. Turn this off. Let's get these out onto a plate. Yeah. Now we've got that nice crispiness from that brown sugar in there. Just kind of caramelizes. That's fantastic. All right. Now, just going to take this, pour it into, I don't know, it's not really a gravy boat. Oh, whoa, it's hot. There's a little bit left over in here. Okay, that's it. Serve that up for breakfast. You've got some hot rum sauce. You got the pirate grog French toast. What a way to start the day. Now, if you got a link appearing on the screen and also clickable in this video's description, you can download and print out this recipe from the Breakfast Recipes booklet on Kuma's Kitchen's Patreon page. Just click the feature tag called Recipes. And remember this, for as little as $3 a month, you can become a patron of Kuma's Kitchen and have access to all the things that we have on our Patreon page. Now, go print out the recipe and enjoy Pirate Grog French toast with hot rum sauce, and make cooking fun again with Kuma's Kitchen.